Avenue.
I'm gonna do a JoJo special. See what they got here. They're even open.
How are you?
Hey, pretty good.
Order whenever you're ready.
All right. Me do the number 8.
You want that regular or Supreme?
Let's do the Supreme.
Okay, what's the drink?
Do you have Diet Dr. Pepper?
I don't.
What do you have diet?
Not Pepsi.
That's fine.
All right.
That'll do it. Thanks.
1069, second window.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Guy didn't seem too happy. All right, I've got the 3 hard shell tacos, and I know Just JoJo did a video about it sometime. I don't remember. Here they are. Or here's one. I'm not particularly hungry, but I'll be on the road for a little while. And I've got about, I don't know, 470 miles to go. Here's the hot sauce. I mentioned this in a few of my other videos that I've never really had second burn. But I do remember a particular time that I did have a second burn was when I had mild sauce, mild taco smell sauce, toxic smell. Oops. So this is the hot sauce, but it's not very hot. Yeah, it's got a little kick to it, but just enough to make it interesting, you know? Cheers. So good body. Not bad. Got good crunch. Meat tastes alright. I don't eat Taco Bell very often at all. I think I haven't had Taco Bell in about 3 years. 4 years. Just not something I'm interested in. You know, if I'm gonna eat tacos or burritos or something, I do it at home. But yeah, it's pretty good. The shell's good. I think these are Doritos. Maybe. Yeah, these are Doritos flavored taco shells. And of course, this is 2024, and if anybody has been paying attention to the news, which I don't, apparently my friends told me there was some controversy about Doritos, so I don't know if people are gonna boycott Doritos or what, but I mean, I'm not sure if Taco Bell is supporting Doritos, besides just, you know, they got a contract that they sell Dorito taco shells, but I don't know what's going on. But I don't buy Doritos very often either, so you know, if there was a boycott for some reason, I don't know about it, and I don't participate because I don't buy Doritos much. So big buddy. So big buddy. So big buddy. Baby. You know, no matter what you feel about the politics of a company, it's hard to avoid. You know, I'm sure there's people in the company that do not agree with what the corporate ideology, you know, the corporate leadership portrays to the public. So just kind of like Anheuser-Busch, I'm sure there are people who were and are working for them that completely 100% disagree with what the corporate leadership thought was a good idea. When you make a company tank and people lose their jobs, I feel kind of bad for them, you know. I don't feel bad for the corporate leadership. I feel bad for the everyday workers. You know, they're trying to put food on the table, support their families, pay their bills, and, you know, leadership steers the company the wrong way and gets the public all riled up. So it's a hard decision to, you know, if you don't purchase their products, you're not really hurting anybody. But if you have been purchasing their products and you stop, and enough people do it, then it does send a message to the company, and hopefully they respond appropriately. But some companies will double down, right or wrong. But basically everybody was against France, and they started calling, you know, French fries freedom fries. And it's so crazy, you know. It happens on both sides of the aisle, so to speak. You know, sometimes we are influenced by mainstream media the wrong way. So that's why I stopped watching the news, because regardless of whether, you know, it's whatever political leaning it is, each side wants you to believe their ideology, so they're going to sway the information, spin the information their way. And sometimes it is pretty straightforward. It is pretty obvious what the real story is, but it's getting harder and harder with the larger volume of information that we have access to nowadays. I try not to listen to anything, much less any particular leaning medium. I hear about it. You know, wait till the dust settles, because that's usually the problem. Usually when there's breaking news, right? You never get the whole story. You get bits and pieces, and each side spins it the way they want to spin it. Even back during the days when was it Al Gore said something about, it was either Al Gore or some other political candidate said, you know, if you're not smart, you're going to end up in the military. Kind of alluding that military people are stupid. Not necessarily, you know, or if you can't afford to go to college, something like that, you're going to end up in the military. And that's the truth for me. I was not smart enough to get a scholarship, and my family did not have the money, and I didn't have a good enough job to go to college myself. So what happened? I joined the military. So that's the truth for me, and I'm sure I wasn't the only one. Now, not saying that in the big scope of things I supported that candidate, but what he said was not untrue. But man, they really dug the trenches in that guy. But, you know, so I tell my kids they all suck, right? And one of the latest things that I saw online was, and again, left or right, they all suck, or if they don't start sucking, they will eventually suck, or there's aspects of them that suck. But I saw a video where this Navy SEAL he was accused of murder, and they put him in jail and wouldn't let him out so he could prepare for his trial. They you know, something about military. They didn't let him bail himself out or something. But like 50 of the senators, 49 of the senators of Republican senators signed a petition to let him out so he could prepare for his trial, except for Dan Crenshaw. And for some reason, it's like Dan Crenshaw didn't want to let this guy out. And I saw other videos where Dan Crenshaw was in support of red flag laws, and he was trying to justify, well, you know, it's up to each individual municipality or local law enforcement to determine after, you know, they find out what the facts are, and then they can make a decision. But we really need to establish a rule that says, you know, let's
in 1 mile.
Let's stop the situation, basically arrest you because somebody accused you of something. Anyway, so you know what red flag laws are. Be careful out there, folks. Don't believe everything you hear, regardless of the political leaning. Yeah, these are surprisingly good. They're a little messy. Well, I just went through a toll booth. I've got an Easy Pass, but it wouldn't read it. And then it wanted 75 cents, so I threw 75 cents in the thing, and the light still didn't turn green. So I'm like, oh well. So anyway, I don't know. It was weird. Let's do the full chubby bunny here. Chubby bunny. Chubby bunny. And that's that. Later. That right there deserves a lot of cowbell. Cowbell bump.